I have to admit, when I saw the title on your list, I thought it was a joke. You're actually recommending the Jennifer Aniston movie Friends with Money?
Yeah, I am. And I promise I'm not just looking for an excuse to talk about rom-coms.
Really? Okay. All right. You're really trying to help me understand this topic, aren't you? Getting it down to my level.
Yeah, I am. And even though it's a Hollywood movie, it's one of the best depictions of the money dissonance we're talking about this season. The story follows four longtime friends. Three are very wealthy, and one, played by Jennifer Aniston, is struggling financially.
Yeah, I remember it now. Like there's this awkwardness when they go out to dinner, and some people want the expensive wine, and others are counting their pennies for the appetizer.
Right. And that's exactly what relational finance is trying to heal. In the movie, money creates this unspoken wall. The wealthy friends feel guilty or pitying, and the struggling friend feels resentful and even invisible. They are friends with money, but the money is actually what's keeping them from being truly in relationship.
So it's a study in disparity. Now, how does this help us understand the Quaker perspective?
Well, think back to what Tracy J. Sullivan said about the spiritual burden of having too much. In the film, you see that burden clearly. The wealthy characters are actually quite miserable and disconnected.
Okay. And the priesthood of all believers part?
Well, the film shows us what happens when we don't have that, right? The absence of that. When we treat money as a secret or source of shame, we can't have a global household. We just have a bunch of individuals hiding behind their bank accounts. Watching this movie through a Quaker lens asks the question, how would these relationships change if they practiced right sharing instead of just having money?
I never thought I'd be using Jennifer Aniston to understand economic justice, but I'm seeing it. It's about breaking down the walls that disparity builds between us.
Precisely. It's a great conversation starter for a meeting or a study group. You can find Friends with Money on most streaming platforms. It's a funny, but actually quite painful look at the reality of money in our relationships.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today in a short time. We started with the idea that finance doesn't have to be a cold, expert driven machine. It can be a global household.
Exactly. Whether it's through the grassroots partnership models at Right Sharing of World Resources or the active ownership Amy Carr and Jeff Perkins talked about, the theme is the same. Stay in the relationship. Don't let the externalities stay invisible.
And maybe, as we suggested in our movie pick today, it starts with simply breaking the silence. If we want a priesthood of all believers in our economics, we have to start by being honest with each other about what we have and what we need.